How's it going, everybody? X-Wing Sports here, and it's time to preview the Alabama Crimson Tide versus the Georgia Bulldogs in the SEC Championship game. Georgia is a 6-point favorite in this game, and it is a little bit of deja vu because everybody was not picking Alabama to win in 2022, the SEC Championship game. Well, actually, in 2021, the National Championship game was played in 2022. The SEC Championship game was played in 2021. So the 2021 SEC Championship game, the one where Alabama pretty much blew Georgia out in that game, and everybody was picking Alabama to lose that game. I think Georgia was favored by 6 points, same as this game. And what the crazy thing about this is, when you're looking at Alabama and you're looking at last week against Auburn, I honestly think they played a pretty vanilla game. They're not. That's what I'm getting from this, because every time they play Georgia, we're just on our game. It seems like Alabama is Georgia's Achilles heel, except for the national championship game. But that was a close game throughout. It kind of just got away from Alabama at the end, because Georgia wanted it more. But I just don't see Alabama getting blown out or, to be honest, losing this ball game. Because Georgia and Alabama, they match up well against each other. Both of these teams are going to score. Both these defenses are very good. I think it's going to come down to who wins the turnover battle, who throws more interceptions. Carson Beck, probably a better quarterback than throwing the ball, at least, than Jalen Milroe. That's a very good and observation. It's a fact. I would say he's a better passer, but he's probably a better decision maker too. But is he a better athlete? No, he's not. He's not a better athlete. That would go to Jalen Milroe. And is he more clutch? Well, has Georgia been in a situation where they needed to pull a win out of their ass? No, they haven't. That would be Jalen Milroe. He is the more experienced when it comes to that. Georgia has been in one or two close games. No really adversity in the Missouri game, because they pretty much controlled that game throughout. There was some adversity a little bit in the Auburn game, but that's it, really. Alabama has been in so many games where they're losing at halftime, and then Jalen Milroe has to bring the team back and win the ball game so many times this season. And that's why I think that's going to be the difference in this game. It's like he's like battle tested, and Georgia is too. I mean, they went through the SEC too. Maybe not the flashy resume that Alabama had, but they played some tough teams, and they're probably a better team on paper. And everybody's counting Alabama out. Everybody is saying that even if Alabama loses this game or wins this game, they're still out. Not if Florida State loses. If Florida State loses, we're in. And then we'll be Texas will be in too. But I just don't know how they would leave us out. It would just be very difficult for the committee. We won't have a SEC championship in the playoffs if Alabama beats Georgia. That's what everybody's saying. They're not going to leave the SEC out. Why would they do that? That's just, they've never done that. Oregon has the most. Yeah, they look like a really good team, but like, if they played in the SEC West, they would have 2 losses. Seriously. If they played Alabama would beat y'all. Alabama would beat Oregon. They would. Cry about it. It's the truth. You haven't played a team in the caliber of Alabama. You haven't played your best win You lost to Washington, but if you beat Washington, that would be your best win. Your best win is Oregon State. Come on. It's embarrassing that they have Oregon ranked above Alabama just because their offense is elite. And they look good because they played nobody. Their resume is garbage. But sorry I got on a rant, but yeah, back to the Alabama-Georgia game. Alabama won this game. It will be a statement win. Like I said, it was a very vanilla game against Auburn because they're gonna call a very good ball game against Georgia, and I think Alabama is gonna pull this win off because Alabama is Georgia's daddy. That's right. You may have won 2 national championships in a row, but you don't want to play Alabama. You don't. Because if you would have played Alabama in the SEC championship last year, you probably would have lost. You were dying to play LSU. You didn't want to play Alabama. Nobody did. That's why they put TCU in. And look what happened. It's embarrassing. They don't put the 4 best teams in the playoffs anymore. They put these teams that deserve it, really not even deserve it because they lost. TCU lost their championship game. Getting on another rant, I'm sorry. But it's ridiculous. And then we blew out the team that they lost to in their championship game. Just ridiculous. Still mad about that. I know. I'm crying. But yeah, Alabama's going to win this game. I'm going to give it a score 35-28. Alabama. Roll Tide. Puppies going down. Cry about it.